Hi everyone, I'm Talia and today I'm going to show you how to set up a goal-oriented weekly spread. Okay, so I was not a big fan of the weekly spread initially. If you've seen my videos for a while, you know I've dabbled in weekly spreads, but I usually leave them out because they seemed kind of redundant to me until I started incorporating my goals. The first thing I did was I looked at the categories of my life and I created goals for those. And when I say categories, I broke it down into 5. I have done the 10 through Miracle Morning, but that kind of breaks down into 5 major areas of my life that I really wanted to work on. And they were my weight, my writing, homemaking, mothering, and YouTube. And these are my big goals. They're far away, they're dream big goals. So I have my goal weight, I have publishing a book, I have having an easy routine for homemaking, so that's envisioning a world where things run smoothly and everything's organized. Mothering is fun memories. I want to be able to look back and have a good time, so that starts now. And YouTube, I want to have an income every month, and I haven't even made a penny yet, so that is a big goal. I went through a whole process of breaking them down into manageable chunks. So my first one that I'm giving you an example of is lose 1 pound. Then for publishing a book, first I need a final draft. I have a first draft, and actually it's a second draft now because I've already kind of run through it. So I need a final draft. So let me do some more goals with you. Okay, so I have my color-coded pens here. They're my Papermate flares. Love them. So for homemaking, I wanted an easy routine. So my goal last week was to have a written cleaning routine. So this is my chore chart that I made last week. This was my goal of the week, just to have the routine in place. So for this week, my goal is I want to complete a cycle of this to see how it feels. I've never had that kind of a structure to the chores. I kind of just clean whatever screams the loudest. So for my homemaking easing routine, I'm going to complete a chore cycle. And it'll take me a whole month to complete a chore cycle. So my date for my deadline for that is going to be the end of the month, which is 7/31. My next step is mothering, fun memories, and so my goal last week was I wanted to have on my dailies an indoor activity and an outdoor activity, so I have something planned for both. So that went really good, and I do have my kid activity tracker. So I have my outdoor and my indoor activities, and I write the dates of when we do them. Even though I have some blanks, I'm already kind of getting bored with this list, and that's why I left some space so that I could add more things. So I am going to I'm going to have a goal this week of adding 3 new outdoor activities and 3 new indoor activities, due by the end of the week also. So I'm going to make that another deadline of 7/9. My last goal is to make money monthly on YouTube, so there's a lot of things I could work on with that. Making new content, checking subscribers, more pinning, more posts on Instagram. So there's a million directions I could go with that. Last week I did not actually accomplish my goal. My goal is to have a companion blog post for my July, which I did not do. But I have a new video this week, so I think I might just drop that and keep up with this week. So I just posted a video today when I'm filming this. So my goal is to write a companion blog post for that. Since I slacked off on that, I'm going to make that a deadline that's earlier in the week so that I'll nail that one first, hopefully, before I get to these. So that'll be kind of higher on the priority list. So I'm going to make it for Wednesday. I'm going to make it for the 5th. That's when I'd like to have that companion blog post up. Okay, and now I'm going to show you how I set up my first steps area. I wrote 1 through 5 already. I don't know why I did that. I'm going to fix that with some correction tape here. Okay, so first steps for losing 1 pound, I'm going to just focus on tracking this week. So that is what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to track every day. And so what you do after that is, I'm going to move it over here. And so I'm going to lose 1 pound by the 9th, weigh in on the 9th, and track every day. And that falls under this. This is like my task area. If it's a one-time thing I need to do, I put it here. If it's something that I need to do a couple times, it's a reoccurring thing, I put it under a couple times. And then coming up is kind of for things that are coming up in the future. So for tracking every day, I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put track. And I'm gonna make some boxes. Okay, so now I have a box and I can just check those off as I do them. Okay, my final draft. I still have a lot to do on that, and so I'm gonna write down a few things. Correction tape, the friend of every bullet journaling YouTuber. Okay, so the 2 things I want to do for this is read my revision notes. Because I know at the end of my second draft I wrote a big list of all the kind of plot holes or problems I was having, or places where I felt it was weak, like I don't know if the character had sufficient motivation to do that. And then I need to make a tracker for my revisions. Okay, and those are both one-time deals, so I'm gonna put them over here. All right, and that's goal number 2. So the deadline for the final draft is the 31st, so there is no deadline for that coming up this week. So I'm just gonna leave those right there as tasks that I need to complete. I could add them to this, but I'm going to refer to this when I'm creating my dailies. So on a day when I can do it, like maybe Monday, I'll read my revision notes. So I don't need to put it in here because this is not the master list. The master list will be my to-do list of what I'm doing that day. This is kind of just the holidays and appointments and deadlines. My third goal is to complete the chore cycle, and this week, so we're gonna do the week 4 living spaces this week, day 1, day 2, day 3, and I usually break those into Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So I'm gonna do week 4 living spaces. I'm gonna put those on here because they need to be done on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So living spaces 1, Wednesday, living spaces 2, and Friday living spaces 3. Okay, so I need to add 3 outdoor and 3 indoor activities. I usually find the best stuff for the kids' activities on Pinterest. So I'm going to search summer activities on Pinterest. And then once I do that, I need to add 3 of each to activity tracker. Okay, and I need to do that by the 9th. And that is a one-time thing to search summer activities on Pinterest. So I'm going to write it over here. Last one. I need to write the companion blog post, post it with attached video, and I need to share it on Instagram. And Pinterest. Okay, so that one is a lot, but luckily it's mostly one time. So we're going to write those in there. And I set up the writing part for the 5th, so that's the day I'm going to write it on. And the rest of these, I'm not going to separate those or create separate due dates for those. Okay, and then my coming up section, I like to look at these guys if there's something that is coming up that's going to be happening soon, or just things that are going to be happening next week. So for that, I go to my monthly spread, and looks like the next week coming up, I'm going to have camping, and then my husband is leaving for a work trip also. I'm going to write on that on there. So that is what my week looks like at a glance, and it is goal oriented, so I have all the things that I need to be doing for the different areas of my life, and now it's something I can refer to when I'm creating my dailies. Alright everyone, that is it. I hope it was helpful for you to see a goal oriented weekly spread and how I break it down and turn it into actionable tasks. So what are your goals that you're tackling right now? Please leave them in the comments below, and do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next week. Goodbye!